Places where people forget to die. There are 5 tiny pockets on this planet where people live longer than almost anywhere else. They routinely reach 90, 100, even 105 with sharp minds, strong bodies, and an energy that feels decades younger. No miracle supplements, no high-tech hospitals around every corner. Many of them have never even heard the word biohacking. Yet somehow, they've cracked a code the rest of the world is still searching for. These places are called blue zones. In the next few minutes, we'll travel through remote mountains in Sardinia, quiet villages in Okinawa, sun-bleached islands in Greece and beyond, to uncover the real habits that keep these people living and thriving for so long. And more importantly, how you can bring the power of the blue zones into your own home, no matter where you live. Welcome to Life Echo AI. Let's step inside the world's longest living communities. So what exactly are blue zones? Researchers studying global health noticed something strange. In a few scattered regions, people weren't just living longer, they were living better. Lower rates of heart disease, lower rates of dementia, less cancer, more people reaching 90 and 100 while still walking, cooking, laughing, and caring for family. They mapped these rare hotspots and colored them blue on their charts. The name stuck: blue zones. The 5 best-known blue zones are Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, Icaria in Greece, Nicoya in Costa Rica, and a community in Loma Linda, California. On the surface, these places look very different languages, cultures, and landscapes. But beneath the surface, their lives share powerful patterns: how they eat, how they move, how they connect with others, and how they think about purpose and aging. Let's visit each one and listen to what their lives can teach us. Our first stop, Okinawa, Japan, home to some of the longest living women on Earth. In small Okinawan villages, life moves at a quiet, steady pace. Elders tend tiny gardens outside their homes, growing sweet potatoes, leafy greens, and herbs. Meals are simple and colorful: vegetables, tofu, seaweed, small portions of fish, and almost no processed food. Before they eat, many Okinawans say a phrase: "Hara hachi bu," eat until you are 80% full. Instead of stuffing themselves, they stop just before they feel full. Over a lifetime, that small habit protects them from obesity and chronic disease. But it's not just about food. Older Okinawans often belong to tight-knit social circles called moai, groups of friends who support each other emotionally and financially for life. In Okinawa, you're rarely alone. Your plate is light, your friendships are deep, and your purpose doesn't end at retirement. Next, we climb into the rugged mountains of Sardinia, Italy. Here, men live unusually long lives. Many spend their days walking steep hills, tending sheep or small farms. They don't exercise in the way we think of it. Their daily life is exercise. Sardinian meals are built around whole grains, beans, vegetables, and olive oil, with small amounts of goat or sheep cheese and occasionally meat. Red wine sipped slowly with friends is common, never chugged alone in front of a screen. But perhaps the most powerful force in Sardinia is family. Elders are deeply respected. Grandparents, parents, and children often live close together, sometimes under the same roof. Older adults don't fade into the background. They remain at the center of family life, with a strong sense of being needed and loved. For the Sardinians, growing old doesn't mean growing invisible. Now we sail to Icaria, Greece, often called the island where people forget to die. Icarians live on rocky hillsides that naturally keep them moving. They walk up and down slopes daily, tend gardens, and gather wild herbs. Their diet? Heavy on vegetables, beans, lentils, potatoes, olive oil, and herbs like sage and rosemary. Modest amounts of goat milk, cheese, and wine. Very little sugar, almost no fast food. But maybe the most striking thing about Icaria is their relationship with time. People nap in the afternoon. They stay up late talking with neighbors. They dance at village festivals well into their 90s. Stress exists, of course, but it doesn't rule them. They live slowly, socially, and close to nature, and over decades, that rhythm seems to protect both mind and body. From the Mediterranean, we cross the ocean to Nicoya, Costa Rica. Here, many elders rise with the sun. They spend time outdoors, walking, working, and talking with neighbors. Their diet is simple and consistent: corn tortillas, black beans, squash, tropical fruits, and small amounts of meat. One powerful idea runs through Nicoyan culture: plan de vida, a strong sense of life purpose. Many older adults keep working in some way, caring for land, animals, or family long after retirement age in other countries. They don't see themselves as finished at 65. They see themselves as part of a larger story, connected to family, faith, and the land. Sunlight, movement, real food, purpose. Again and again, we see the same pattern. Our final stop is very different: Loma Linda, California, in the United States. Here, a religious community known as Seventh-day Adventists tend to live longer than the average American. Their lifestyles share many Blue Zone traits. Most avoid smoking and heavy drinking. Many eat mostly plant-based diets rich in beans, nuts, fruits, and whole grains. They observe a weekly day of rest, stepping away from work and stress. And they often have strong social ties through their faith community. In Loma Linda, people don't just focus on adding years to life. They focus on adding meaning to those years through service, family, and spiritual practice. When you zoom out, you see it again: real food, regular movement, strong community, deep purpose. Different cultures, same core patterns. So what do all of these places have in common? Researchers have boiled Blue Zone lifestyles down to a handful of core habits. You don't need to move to a remote island to use them. You can start building your own mini Blue Zone today. Here are 9 powerful patterns you'll find again and again. 1. Natural movement. They walk, garden, cook, and do physical chores. No fancy gyms, just moving all day. 2. Plant slant diet. Most of their calories come from plants: beans, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, and fruits. 3. 80% rule. They stop eating before they're full, avoiding constant overeating. 4. Light alcohol, if any. Some drink small amounts of wine with food and friends. None of them binge drink. 5. Strong community. They belong to groups, clubs, or faith communities. Loneliness is rare. 6. Family first. Elders stay connected to children and grandchildren. They're needed, not forgotten. 7. Low-level stress. They build in ways to downshift: naps, prayer, quiet time, socializing. 8. Purpose. They wake up knowing why they matter: to family, to community, to something bigger. And 9. Supportive tribe. They surround themselves with people who share healthy habits. You don't need all 9 at once. Even choosing 2 or 3 can start shifting your health trajectory. Let's bring this home. You may not live in Okinawa or a Greek island village. You might live in a busy city, a suburb, or a small town far from the sea. But you can still borrow the essence of Blue Zone living. Start small. Move naturally. Walk to nearby places when you can. Take the stairs. Garden. Stretch while watching TV. Blue Zone your plate. Add 1 plant-based meal a day. More beans, veggies, and whole grains, less ultra-processed food. Build your circle. Reach out to old friends. Join a group, a class, a community. Eat with others whenever possible. Protect quiet time. Schedule short breaks with no rushing, just breathing, walking, or sitting in nature. And write your purpose. Ask yourself, who needs me? How do I want to serve? Even a simple answer, to be here for my grandchildren, can become a powerful anchor. Longevity isn't about living forever. It's about living fully, with enough energy, clarity, and joy to do what matters most. Your Blue Zone doesn't have to be a place on a map. It can be your home, your street, your life. If you could add 5, 10, or even more healthy years to your life, what would you do with that extra time? Travel, play with your great-grandchildren, start something new you've always dreamed about? The people of the Blue Zones aren't superhuman. They're ordinary people whose everyday choices quietly add up. And that means you can start too, with your next meal, your next walk, your next conversation. If you found this video helpful, support Life Echo AI by topping like, subscribing for more longevity and healthy aging videos, and sharing this with someone you want to grow old with in the best possible way. Your future self is already thanking you.